And good morning to yet another video, another bow review. And today what we're all looking for and what I was really looking for is talking about premium bows. First of all, a nice sleeve which you can use as your arrow quiver as we know it. Oh, look at this. The YMG Korean bow. Has a rubberized handle, has here some nice whipping on it, the leather hoodie as we know it, the string pad as we know it, the backside is yellowish, looks like fiberglass but it has carbon in it, has a nice writing there, has a small arrow pass protection for the whipping, and looks simply awesome. And what you get for this, or what you get with this bow, it's now new. You can have this bow up to 95 pounds. Freddie wanted to send me a heavy one, but I think even the 65 pound I have is already a little overkill for my shoulder, but we see how far I can get. What do we have? It's 50.5 inches from nock to nock. Great with these bows is you can have them in 44, 47 and 50 inch length. They always have a fast flight string. This one is the 47 inch version. Has 50 point, but we go with what we have. Then you have this bow from 30 to normally 60 pounds, and now they extended it. You can have it up to 95 pounds at 31 inches. Draw it always measured at 31 inches. What I am not a fan of, and I have to directly tell you, is this part here on the handle. This rubber part here, there's like, I don't know, it doesn't make much sense for me. There's a, you need to cut this off or sand it down. So for a bow in this price range, talking of which, $475 US, I don't know, doesn't have to be, but is. Korean traditional bow, 30 strands, and the length is 118 centimeters. The longer one is the bottom one. So these leather hoodies look a bit more refined than from the cheap Korean bows, but the overall design is similar. It was surprisingly easy. You only need to take care that the string is on the string pads. So, no movement at all, and the bow is straight. Nice. Brace height, I guess 5.5 to 6 inches, but we are at 5 3/4. 27 millimeters arrow pass, and the weight is very lightweight, I can tell. 360 grams. All measurements out of the way, this is a really pretty bow, and this handle feels just nice. So this is, Korean bow should have this handle, and rubberized is not so bad. So this has really a good grip to it. Nice control, pretty. You see this one has a little more, so it's always with these Korean ones that the top one is like so, still straight. Oh no, 65 pounds. Oh, my shoulder. But feels not so bad. I shoot 500 grain arrows because I think the other ones I have, they are 320. It's too lightweight, I guess. So the string is quite thick, of course, because we have quite some draw weight to it. And the crotch knocks are then quite tight. So, let's see. 32 inch arrows. Oh. I need a thumb ring. Of course, I am not a Korean shooter, so my style might look different. Might be excused. Now let's see with a thumb ring what it says. No, I don't manage full draw. You're not even with a thumb ring. Almost Robin Hooded my first arrow. Holy cow. And you barely feel it in your handle. Nice. Only just for the fun. The 320 grain arrows, because 500 you don't feel anything. Let's see if we feel now some. String is tight. No problem at all. You feel a little in your hands. Oh, but I'm getting tired. So what I wanted to try with this bow is, of course, the military ring. Let's see if it makes my life easier. Oh, it's not so bad. This bow doesn't fool around, simply waiting for your command and then works. So this is a weapon. Wow. And a little torque. We're getting friends now. I simply don't throw more than 29 inches most probably. Oh, but it kicks the arrows away. Awesome. Even these 500 grains fly like... Oh, but... Ooh. I'm done. So before I conclude with this bow, I guess I give him a few days and a few more shots. I think this bow deserves it to 20 meters. I mean, this bow is made to shoot 145 meters, so handle feels so awesome. You build up a little torque. Oof, did you see that one? Too high. Oh, wobbly, but that's me. As simply as bow is beyond my league. Nice. Nice. Say something.
Nice. Beautiful.
We shot it now over the weekend a few times. A few others shot this bow. We're amazed, but they're all not for 65 pounds. So let's see if it draws a bit easier. Oh, but it's a monster. I can't draw it fully, so... But if you want, you can have this up to 95 pounds. Awesome. And even with the 320 grain, you feel it then a little in the hand, but not that much. So they are really lightweight. 500 grain. Ooh, sounds like a Robin Hood. And precise. Oh, I don't want to exhaust myself, I want to do the speed test. My shoulder hurts already. Oh, holy moly. Awesome bow. Simply, this one is a little too heavy for me. It's 28. We have 57.6. Unit 31, let's see if I manage. That's why it's a little tough. 72 pounds. So it's 28, exactly 60 degrees. And at 30. That's why it's a little hard to pull. 30 it's still fine, so this bow does easy 31. I am simply not capable to draw 70 pounds. 72 at full draw, 57 at 28. I draw maybe 29 inches when I'm lucky 30. So we talk about roughly 60 pounds. I shoot, and I can show you the speed of 500 grain arrows at 60 pounds. 170, I don't think so. 183, more likely. 193, even more likely. Yeah, that's for me. I can't do anything more. This bow easily does more than 200. I'm simply not capable. But the feel of this bow is awesome. The draw of this bow. I wish I would have this bow in 50 pounds. Would be just perfect for me. 72 pounds, simply too much. But the draw and the shooting experience of this one is really premium of every other Korean bow I tested so far. Really great. Wow. And you get there even with your accuracy, even if the bow is too heavy. Awesome. So you can see the pretty bow bag you get. Really nice. And then you simply put your bow here in. Look at this, fits just nicely. So, look at this nice bow bag. Huh? Pretty. There you have then space for your strings. The arrows fit in there easily. Shoulder strap would be nice, but this is how we roll. Now you can go home with your bow. Gotten a little dirty. So that's the bow bag from Freddie Archery. Now let's sum it up what we have. Packaging. I received this nice bow bag. I assume that this bow bag belongs to this bow. Then you get a sleeve, a bow and a string. That gives you 4 points. The handling of this bow is hard to string, easy to string. This bow was, even if it's a quite heavy bow, very easy to string. So this bow is so sturdy. Easy peasy. The build, from rough, decent, good looking, it's a beauty. It's simply a beauty. This is, you have this rubber hoodies again as we know it. Then here it looks very natural in this design. The back is yellowish. If it would be black, I would prefer it more. We have a beautiful whipping there, unlike other Korean bows. They all use the same string pad. Handle, I like this handle a lot. The only thing, $470, and you have here this, you know, it's not properly glued, so they could simply even this out. For a $470 bow, I would expect that. The whipping is really pretty, and as said, this small arrow pass here, this is half side sticked on, was already damaged after a few shots, so I had to put a little tape around. For the rest, this bow is beautifully built. So, but I give it because of this one here and the arrow pass 4 points. Otherwise, it would be a really perfect, beautiful bow. The basic feel was from very wiggly, balanced. This bow doesn't wiggle at all, and this handle is amazing. It's a little bit too small, maybe for a big European hand like mine, so my pinky is already underneath this handle, but you still have this feeling. This is exactly the handle I wish every Korean bow should have. 5. The draw experience of this bow is outstanding. I only can't draw it fully because 72 pounds is simply too much for me. Even 65 would have been most probably too much, but it's supposed to be 65 pounds. I don't know at which draw length, so maybe at 30. I don't know. Usually they measured at 31. So that's why draw experience for me, this bow draws really nice. 5. And shooting experience, even with 320 grain arrows, then you feel a little in the hand, but there's no 1, 2, 3. And even the handle is so rubberized, you don't feel anything in the handle, so really, really, really good. I like this one, so 5. So we get overall 28 points. Could have made 29 if the build would be a little better, but and a documentation. Did you get a documentation for this one? No. Not sure now. Maybe we got a we got a documentation, so it gets 5 points. Now we have 29. Price value $475 US for this bow is quite a number, but when you see how this bow is built, so awesome. Look at this how this bow is built is crazy nice. I like this. Back looks very natural. Yellow, this was a matter of taste, but it doesn't bother me. I think this is not your first, go away. This is not your first bow. But once you want to start shooting high poundages, and I said this one goes up to 95 pounds, then you need something safe and secure, and this bow feels safe to draw even in high poundages. We had last time, don't have to mention our names, at 50 pounds and then they simply snap. This bow feels safe, so I would even feel safe with this bow with 95 pounds, because this is a sturdy piece. So for this one, I would have no problem getting it in 95 pounds if I could draw it, and I would feel safe with it. Other bows don't give you this safe feeling, and that's why the price compared to other Korean bows, you can't compare it, so I would say it's okay. We give it 4.5, 5, because it's really an amazing bow and it does a great job. It's where you point and the arrow goes, whatever style it is. This bow is awesome. I wish I would have this, as said, in 50 pounds. It would be my go-to bow. It's short, it draws nice up to 30. Yes, 31. Oh. Yeah, so it does 31. Easy. I mean, easy in the case when you see the draw curve, but not for me easy. If you're up for something a bit more advanced, you surely want to check out the YMG. It's an awesome bow. Freddie, thank you very much for sending this pretty bow to me so I could test them. Said it simply, for me, too much poundage. This bow surely does more than 200 foot per second, so no worries about that. I'm only not capable of drawing this bow fully. 72 pounds is too much for me. And for you all out there, trustworthy watchers and archers and fellows, thank you very much for watching. I catch